I'm in a 19-minute slowdown. There was like 7 kids. There was either 6 or 7 kids that ended up getting hurt last night. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. It is Friday, so of course, what am I doing on this fine Friday? With this beautiful sun out, I am headed to get Michael. Are taking a different way than normally before. I've done this a couple times and so far I don't mind it. It can get kind of packed in Austin. I don't know what these people are doing. Ay. Like, I swear. This is the one thing I hate is the dumb drivers. Like, Texas has a lot of really dumb drivers. I don't even know what happened there, but they were like, and I was like, okay. Like, we all know to slow down right there because it's all stopped, but whatever. Anyway, so yes, headed through Austin to go get Michael. He has, I think this is the last game that he will be playing in for the season. So it actually is really cool that I am able to go. I was there for the first game that he played in, and to be there for the last game is really awesome. We have done a couple games in between, as I'm sure y'all have seen. So yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I do not like the traffic at all though, and I'm like 10-15 minutes out of Austin, so that's why it's kind of backing up now. But it says I'll be there in like 2 hours and 54 minutes. So I'm taking that as there's a couple accidents along the way. But anyway, and with the traffic, that's not actually that bad. So yeah, it normally takes about 3.5 hours if you go all the way. I tend not to usually have to go all the way, but games and stuff like that, that's different. So yes, I am super excited to get to see this last game, or I believe it's the last game, we'll find out, but I believe that this is the last, or at least the last home game. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, just basically to get through Austin traffic. Then after that, it's smooth sailing after you get out of the Austin area traffic. So yeah. So I'm in a Toyota RAV4. At first, I really did not like this vehicle at all. I felt like I was riding on a skateboard even as high as I was. But it's really kind of weird because to get the seat to go up, I actually had to get out of the seat. Because I was doing the same exact thing, but it didn't push it up. But the moment I got out of the car, I was like, that's it. I got to figure out either how to lift this seat or I'm taking it back. I got the seat to go up, but I actually had to be out of the seat, which is really helpful when people come up and they're trying to figure out how to get the seat. I'm just going to have to step out of the vehicle, pop it up, get back in. So, or at least that's how it worked for me. I don't know. But yes, and it turns out I will actually be in Austin this Thursday for work too, so it's kind of nice. Alright guys, we'll see you in a little bit. Welcome to Austin, Texas traffic. The cars right there that are going this way are unless they have their GPS. Oh, what the heck? Unless they have their GPS on, are about to get all slamming on the brakes, because they have like the 281 on ramps to 35, and they're all filled trying to get onto 35, and 35 is just stopped. So yeah, that's gonna suck, because they're just like, oh yeah, it's moving. Not in a minute. I am in a 19-minute slowdown. I'm pretty sure there's an accident if there's not a few accidents this way, and that's why. So yep, just gonna sit here in this lovely traffic. See guys,
we found a faster route via North I-35 frontage road, which saves 8 minutes.
they're probably about midnight. I know the map says it'll be 6:34, but it'll be fucking midnight. It'll be midnight. It will be midnight. Like, I swear. It's just insane. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. It is Saturday, and I have that lovely thing called work to go to. But I kind of wanted to give y'all an update really fast about what happened last night at the game. So I was recording some of the game, but some of the game I just didn't feel comfortable recording because there were kids that were getting hurt. And that happened quite a bit. Normally, you have a game and maybe one kid falls down and everybody kneels and then they wait and they get up and everybody cheers. Okay, well, last night, I'm not kidding, 5 seconds into the game and we already had somebody hurt. And then it just kept going and kept going. So what would normally take that'd be half the game, ended up being what felt like a full game because they kept having to pause because kids kept getting hurt. I think in the end there was 7 kids. There was either 6 or 7 kids that ended up getting hurt last night of some degree. And it was what the heck? Okay, then at one point they even had an ambulance come out to take one of the kids on a stretcher back or to the hospital. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is horrible. And then everybody kept saying they're gonna have to forfeit, they're not gonna have enough players. It was scary. And I was like, the whole time I'm texting Billy, okay, no football, never. Any other sport, no football. I'm like, this is so scary. I've never seen that many kids fall, get hurt. Not at a fun competitive sport game. That was crazy. I was like, I'm gonna cry, and these are not even my kids, and I want to go out there. Are you okay? Oh man. So yeah. So that's basically there was a lot of that last night of the kids getting hurt some way. I think the scariest thing was when the kid was taken out on a stretcher. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so that basically was Friday. And then we just headed on home. I went straight to bed because I'm not gonna joke, it was exhausting. All the driving, and I think for me, all the driving with traffic, it just stresses me. It irritates me. I shouldn't say it stresses me out. It just really, really, really irritates me that there is so much, just everything. There's so much traffic, so many people, so many accidents. Oh my gosh. And so that did. And I remember at one point the GPS was stayed at 2.5 hours for, I felt 2.5 hours. I was like, oh my gosh, will you get any closer? And then finally, it was I just stopped looking at it. And maybe 10 minutes later, it was an hour and a half. I'm like, thank you. But it did, because I would get past one hurdle, or one traffic jam of cars, and then I'd be like, okay, yes. It'll get better. And then I'd get through another one, and it's I swear it stayed at 2.5 hours. I was like, are you kidding me? But luckily, in the end, everything did get better.